I never thought I would say this, but Harry Sisson, you are 100% right. I regret voting for Trump. I 100% regret voting for him. Like, here's the thing, Harry. You have brought so much enlightening content to this app, and you have truly educated me. Like, I'm just done with Trump. I'm done with MAGA. I'm getting rid of the flag. I'm getting rid of my Trump shirts. Because here's the thing, Harry. He has been in office for literally a month. Over a month now. And you know what? I'm freaking ticked because he hasn't done a thing. He's been president for a month, and what has he done? Nothing. Nothing is changing. I mean, and even like the drones in the sky, why isn't he doing anything about that? Thank you for enlightening me. Thank you for showing me that I was wrong. I was truly wrong. So, I just want to say cheers, Harry. I've switched teams, and I'm going to just sit over here. And I know I can't take off my Trump nails, Harry. I can't. But I'm going to sip some Biden juice. Cheers. Thanks for all you've done.
I voted for Trump and I regret it. Why do I still have access to an education? Why do I still have the right to vote? Why can I go out and become the CEO of a major corporation if I choose to do so? Why can I, as an American woman, still do anything I want, even though Trump is the president? Trump being president is really stressing me out because I was told my rights were going to be taken away from me and the world would stop spinning. So why have both of those things not happened?
If you voted for that orange man and you are now saying, this is not what I voted for, this is not what I voted for, this is quite literally exactly what you voted for. And if you truly did not think that this was going to happen by electing that man into office, then you are willingly uneducated and ignorant. And I suggest next time you think about voting in an election, you educate yourself other than watching Fox News. Yeah.
How are we going to recover from Donald Trump? How are we going to build back after he's destroyed basically every single thing in the country that's worth saving? How are we going to rebuild? It's actually very easy. We're going to do the thing we should have done a long time ago. We're going to tax the ever-loving fuck out of the rich and out of corporations. They got us into this. They helped that man get elected, and they have stood by him for every single second of his second term and first. They're going to pay for rebuilding. They are going to pay through the nose. They're going to pay so much that they're going to feel it in their assholes and the bottom of their feet. They're going to pay. And we are going to build something new. Not just what we had. We are not going back. We're going to build a care economy, an economy where the rising tide lifts all boats, and we are going to pay for it with their money. And anyone who tells you that it's not possible, especially if they're a politician, do not vote for them. Vote for people who have that vision and are willing to carry it out. That should be the bottom line. They're already trying to do it in New York. We're already trying to do it in California. Help those efforts, because what happens on a state level goes to the federal level. We're going to tax the ever-loving shit out of the billionaires. That's how.
So y'all voted red and now you're broke, mad, and confused. So let's talk about it. The young people who voted for Trump and the Republican movement, they are already regretting their vote. And I'm not even going to pretend to be surprised because I knew it would happen. And y'all gotta understand, it's because this is always the play. See, a lot of young people didn't have the tools to really critically think about the impacts of what Trump's policies would have on their lives. And you know why? Because the American education system was never built for you to think critically. It was built to keep you just smart enough to pass a test, but not smart enough to question power. So when the propaganda machine started pumping, most of y'all didn't even know how to check that stuff to know what was factual and what was a lie. You didn't even know how to look past the shiny slogans, the memes, the TikToks, and actually ask real questions like, how does this policy impact me? My rent, my student loan, my future. And now here you are, under this Trump-led regime, finding out the hard way that Republicans do not have your back. That same party that you thought was about freedom is deciding the books you can read now, what rights you have, and whether you can even afford to survive. And look, I get it. When you're young, it feels like political policies and government and all that stuff, it feels like it's just background noise. You think it's something for old people to just argue about, but you see, it is not just noise. It's your life, boo. And if you don't take this seriously, the folks who do take this seriously, you know that older generation that's been controlling everything forever, they gonna keep stacking the deck against you. So now my question is, now that you are living under the policies that you voted for, are you ready to wake up yet? Are you ready to stop treating government like a joke and start treating it like survival? Because until young people wake up, old people are gonna keep cashing checks on your future.
Hey lovely people, welcome to the Power Lens. It's your girl reporting again, and in today's video we are going to be looking at MAGAs who voted and are now regretting, specifically the women. So we are basing on the women. My god, the women are regretting for becoming MAGA's voter. Yes, they are regretting for voting Donald Trump. They say this is not the change they voted for, this is not the reason they voted for, that the reason they voted was because during campaign, Donald Trump promised them that he is going to lower the price of things as soon as he gets into office. They say they're not seeing that happening, that they're not seeing it at all. They're not seeing it happening. They're not seeing Donald Trump changing or making things the promise that he made, that he is actually becoming a promise and fail president. That is what the women who voted for Donald Trump are saying. Now they are regretting. They say they are regretting. They are regretting why they voted. If they knew, they wouldn't have voted. Lovely people, before we continue, please, if you are coming here for the very first time, this is the Power Lens, and here we report everything about the black community and a lot more. All right, so do well to subscribe so that when I upload beautiful videos like this, you'll be the first to get updated. Okay, so before we continue, watch these clips and then we'll come back for our commentary.
I voted for him for lower grocery prices. He promised us, he promised me cheaper prices on groceries. And that has not happened. Not only has that not happened, I am getting my food stamps taken. I am getting my cash assistance taken. I am getting my Section 8 taken. I am getting all my welfare governments taken. I did not ask for this. I would not have voted for him if I knew this was going to happen. So what do I do now? What do the people do now? The ones that regret their vote. What do we do? I can't go out and get a regular job. And it's not even about these families being separated from their loved ones. It's not about these 5 and 6 year olds getting their families taken away from them in the middle of a school day. It's not about any of that. It's about me and my food stamps and my cash assistance. Me. That I'm the only one that matters in this country. I'm taking my life back.
This video is for all the women who voted for Trump in 2024. I need you to save this video right now because we need to look back on it in 2 years, if TikTok is still around, by the way. After they enact Project 2025 and all your rights are stripped away and the economy has tanked and it's just an overall shit show for your rights, we're all gonna say, we told you so. We told you so. I really want to be wrong saying this. I really don't want to be saying this. But I have a feeling that if and when Trump gets elected, because it's looking like that's what's going to happen, TikTok's no longer going to be around for us to communicate like this. And all of our rights as women are going to be slowly taken away. Thanks to you.
If you could say something to President Trump and he was going to hear you right now, what would it be?
You are a worthless pile of
And you voted for him how many times?
3 times. That was my bad. Apparently, I'm an idiot.
This woman's not an idiot. She's not an idiot. She's being interviewed at a gas station, so she drives a car. Presumably that means that she has gainful employment and she can read. She can go on the internet and find things out. She can pay attention to what's happening in the world. She's not an idiot. She might be a sociopath, She voted for Trump 3 times because she thought she wouldn't be the one who had to pay more for gas. That's what she's upset about. She thought when she voted for Trump that it would be trans people who would get it in the neck. She thought the only people who would suffer would be little American kids whose parents were born in El Salvador. She didn't mind them being dragged off the street and disappearing. She didn't mind it when innocent people were shot in the head by ICE and then their killings justified by the president. She didn't mind when he wanted to ethnically cleanse Gaza and then turn it into a casino. None of that bothered her. She didn't mind when he sent thugs to try to steal a democratic election. She didn't mind that. She didn't mind that police officers were killed on January 6th. None of that stopped her from voting for Trump again. No, it was only when it came to the money in her own pocket. And this is the fundamental disease of America. It is a country set up for human beings to serve money, not for money to serve human beings. It is the most morally bankrupt, evil country. And this is a prime example of that, because now she's upset. Now she's crying. Now she's calling herself an idiot. But an idiot can still care about other people. An idiot can still show concern for their fellow human being.
Well, it's official, and I'll show you the video. Trump has ordered the Department of Justice to no longer prosecute men who abuse women and children. He's decided that the men inside the files will not be held accountable, and that the rest of us should just get over it and move on, because this case is over and done with. Todd Blanche said they won't be prosecuting anyone either, because it's not actually a crime to party with Epstein. Trump continues to say it was a hoax, even though we have seen the pictures, we've seen the videos, and we've seen the emails of these men, these disgusting men, arranging visits with children. Trump's decided that those men will go free. They will roam amongst us and continue to abuse women and children. Do we understand that the official position of the U.S. government, of the Department of Justice, is that abusing women and children is not illegal, and they will not prosecute these men for any of the crimes?
I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else, really.
Oh my God, lovely people, did you just listen to that? I mean, next time when you want to vote, I think women, I'm not surprised that the women are actually coming out to say this, because I know they always do things before they think. They always do things before they start thinking. Okay, so I'm not surprised that women are coming out to say this. And I believe that next time they will have to think well. They will have to think well to be sure that this thing they are voting for will not affect them tomorrow. It will not affect them tomorrow, because this is exactly what they are suffering from. Okay, this is exactly what they never take a good look at the policies and then reflect, put themselves in the other people's position before voting. They never did that. If they did that, they will not be in this position today. I mean, even if they are to be, just few of them will be. But you see, a lot of them are coming out to say they are regretting. Now, lovely people, what we are going to be watching now, the clip we are going to be watching now, the first clip is going to shock you. It's going to shock you the reason why some people voted. Can you imagine somebody voted because she feels that, oh, she will no longer be driving herself again? She said she voted because she will no longer be driving herself again. That she voted because from the promises, she's supposed to just wake up and know exactly what to eat, exactly what to put on, exactly where to go. I mean, that she's supposed to have her whole life planned for her. That is what she voted for. I'm like, oh my God. Even to eat, somebody has to tell you what to eat. Even to put on a jigger, somebody has to plan your life for you. Lovely people, can you hear the reason why some people are voting? Anyway, let's watch these clips and then we will come back for more commentary. Do not forget to state your opinion at the comment section, especially after this first clip. Watch it and state your opinion at the comment section. We will be back.
I regret my vote for Donald Trump, and I'm ready to talk about it. When I voted for Donald Trump, I was told that I would lose my rights. I thought that I wouldn't have the right to drive. I thought that somebody would have to be driving me around everywhere. It's not the case. I still have to drive wherever I want to go. That's on me. I was told that it was going to become a communist country. We were going to be told what to wear, how to do our hair, but that didn't happen. I still wake up every day and decide how I want to do my hair. I have to do it. I have to find an outfit every day, which is really time consuming. It's not at all what I was expecting. I thought that that was all going to end. I also thought that I was going to get deported.
Even though I was born here in the United States of America, I was told that I would certainly be deported. I'm not sure where, but I was hoping it would be some sort of island or somewhere relaxing. Now, I will say I do love my country, so I am not super upset that I'm still here, but all of these things were things that I considered before voting for him. None of those things have happened. I still have all of my rights, and my life is business as usual. In fact, it does feel good to have a little common sense in the air with him as president now, but these are all the things that I thought that I was voting for that I didn't get. And here it is.
Oh, but you voted for this. We didn't, Karen.
Girl, yes you did. You absolutely 100% voted for this. Now I'm going to run down a quick list of everything else you voted for just to refresh your memory. You voted to harm people. You voted to harm people of color. You voted to help take rights away from women. You voted to roll back anti-discrimination protections for people of color and the LGBTQ community. You voted for the whitewash education and race-related policies that removed actual education from students. You voted to repeal the Affordable Care Act so millions of people would be without health insurance and remove protections for people with pre-existing conditions. You voted to restrict voting for people of color and women, and you voted to go to war. No matter how many times all of us told you exactly what he was going to do, including Kamala Harris, who said, and I quote, "If he becomes president, we will be at war in 6 months." And here we are. You helped make that happen. You were okay with that. And you were okay with other people being harmed as long as you thought it would benefit you. People like you became really comfortable showing your racism, but now aren't we all seeing the tides changing and all of you regretting your vote? Because it seems to be affecting you negatively. Maybe it's time for you to do some reflection inward and admit what you did, because you're getting exactly what you voted for.
Hey, yeah, did you just listen to that? Oh my god. You watched your first clip, right? So what do you have to say? Please, I really need to get your your opinions. I don't know if I'm the only one that is thinking like, this lady, are you okay? Are you alright? I don't know if I'm the only one that's asking that question. If this lady is okay for coming out to say that she was thinking that she will no longer have a driver, that's fine. It's fine if you don't want to drive yourself. Yes, you can always have a driver. But the fact that he actually voted for Donald Trump, that her whole life will plan for her, was something that it was just so funny for me. Like, they have to plan what you eat, they have to plan what you for everyone in the United States. Are you serious? Like, they have to plan what you put on, plan where you go. You don't have any work again. Like, you just want something that you relax. I don't know if this is, she was just coming out, I don't know if this is a joke or she really meant what she was saying. Let me get your opinion, guys. This is so funny for me. Really, this is just so funny for someone to come out to say this is the reason why he actually casted her vote. This is the reason why she actually casted her vote. My god, I can't believe this. Anyways, lovely people, we will continue to watch more clips. Okay, there are still more coming, so let's continue watching and we'll be right back again for our final commentary.
It's time to speak up. ICE is now removing undocumented foster children from their foster homes. Removing foster children from their foster homes for deportation. Y'all, I've been working in the foster care system for 28 years. I'm a former foster mom, and I adopted 4 children from foster care and fostered many others. And I have represented hundreds of children who are in foster care. And one thing all of these children have in common is they have all been through trauma to one degree or another. We are taking children who have already been through trauma and removing them from foster homes for deportation. There will be a reckoning for this in this life or the next. For those of you who are...
All right, lovely people, we are back again. Oh my god, this is so interesting. You voted for somebody to be sent out and you never thought it will come knocking on your door. Exactly what these women are going through. Exactly what they are going through. They never knew this would come knocking on their door. The person they voted for is doing his own thing. He's not even bothered about you people, about the policies, about the promises he made. He's not even bothered about that. He's not even bothered about that. According to them, that the Trump is not bothered. The promises, nothing is showing up, nothing has changed. It's still the same. It's still, for some people, it's instead getting worse. According to them, things are instead getting worse. And I'm here to say that, please, next time when you want to vote, think well or pray about it. It is good to pray. It is good to pray, because if you have a good man in government, you will enjoy. But if you have a bad man, you all know what that means. As you have been coming out here to cry, to lament that you do not want to vote this, you regret that you regret voting for this man. You regret. Next time you think well, you think well before voting. All right, lovely people, thank you so much for watching. If you are coming in for the very first time, like I said, do not forget to subscribe to this, the Power Lens. Like this video, comment and share to as many people as possible so that they should know what is happening around the world. Thank you so much and do have a nice day. Bye.